Hello, hello. Hello, YouTube, and hello, Twitch. Welcome back to Nightmare Land and Oxygen Not Included. Let me just make sure you guys get some volume. Seems like we are not getting any game volume, or are we? Or maybe we're just very quiet. There we go. That should be better. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Crazy Sammy first. How are you doing, Crazy Sammy? Welcome, welcome. Hope you had a great Friday. Aaron Lewis. Hey, how you doing, Aaron? Aaron says he's been here. Awesome. Thank you guys for being first. I love everyone who shows up. No game volume. Oh, there we go. I got it, Crazy Sammy. I think I got it. The chat's just a tiny bit behind, so there's about a 5 to 10 second delay usually. So I think it should be good now. Yeah, thanks you guys for being for being here. You guys are all first in my heart, so thank you guys for being here. First comment does go to Crazy Sammy, but you guys are all here together and joining me live first. Hey, Sean, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, Sean. How was everyone tonight? How was your Friday? How was the last full week of work before the holidays for you guys? I hope that it's the last full week of work and spend some time with your friends and family next week. And I'll be going to work Monday, Tuesday, but after that, it's all relaxing from there. So how is everyone tonight? How are you guys doing? So today in the Nightmare Land playthrough, we are going to be continuing to expand our base, continuing to expand our colony. I hope to take some more bionic duplicants. I really enjoyed playing with them in this episode or this playthrough. And while everyone is showing up and you guys are hanging out, let me explain what I plan to do. So I already have some things set up from the pre-stream while I talk. Let's speed it up a little bit. First thing we're going to be doing is working on diverting our heavy watt wire around our base, so we're not running heavy watt wire through the base because we want to try to improve the core. That's first and foremost. I have my duplicants working on that. I want to get this saltwater geyser tamed because we're going to be desalinating the saltwater from here and then sending it directly into our spa. I think that's the best course of action for hydrogen or oxygen production because this is very hot. I don't really want to do anything with regards to cooling it down. So I think desalinating it and sending it into our spa is the best case scenario. And then we're going to be using this water for everything else, mainly for feeding to our sweat corn. That's the plan. And also oil production. Aaron Louise says, I'm working on my new colony, but all the dupes in the printing pod are trash. That is awful. That's always unfortunate. Aaron, if you're looking for particular duplicants and don't mind a little bit of modding, the unreachable food, someone's stuck over. Oh, why do you get stuck there? Okay, you better be able to dig yourself. No, you can't even dig yourself out. All right. Holy smokes, already getting duplicants stuck. Who's this? Okay, that's me. You need to cook? I was going to say, Aaron, before we had a duplicant stuck there. One thing that I like to... Oh, this is not... We're going to mixing brine with salt water. Oh, well. Is you can get a mod. Actually, I have the mod installed, but I'm not using it on this playthrough, obviously. There's a mod where you can select exactly which duplicant you want. So... If you're looking for someone in particular, you can just... It's kind of cheating, I guess you could argue. But in my opinion, if you're going to be re-rolling through just reloading and saving, it's going to save you a bunch of time. So if you're open to that idea, Aaron, that's certainly something that you can explore. Oh, someone's stuck again. Who's not getting to toilets? They better not pee their pants. Okay. We got some enriched... Oh, yeah, I enabled auto harvest on here, so now we should have enriched uranium from our betas. Yeah, the cook is definitely something that is very important. I like having a dedicated cook as well, but just remember that if your duplicant spends a little bit of time cooking, they'll eventually get their cooking skill up. So it's not always the worst case scenario to just train someone on, or maybe take a bionic duplicant and train them on cooking, or just give someone the cooking skill. Actually, I need to give someone a cooking skill. Who's my current cook? It's Sina, I guess. Sina. Let's give them another cook. EN 1993. Is this the map with a huge meter? Yes, it is, and we've let it hit our base. So we got the achievement for shooting it down, and then we let it impact our base because I wanted to play a playthrough where this is just in our way, and I thought that would be kind of fun. Hey, Stringer, how are you doing? Happy Plastic Day, the Stringer. I was just watching one of your videos in the background today, Stringer, as I was cleaning the house and doing some stuff, so I had you on. I believe it was, well, if I check my history, I can check which one. But it was one of the more recent episodes. I was just getting through it today. Happy Plastic Day, yes. So today we're going to try to go for some plastic. We have a very small plastic setup yet, where we're going to try to get some crude oil in here just to produce a little bit of plastic for us, because I need to get steam turbines up and running for this. So this is going to be active in 31 cycles. So we should be able to get that online today. Well, maybe not. Hopefully we can complete 31 cycles, but my plan is just to have the infrastructure set up so we don't have to go back in here. That's my plan for plastic in the short term. And in the long term, I'm going to work on the Lura plants. I have some nits here, which I plan to feed to the Lyras. Where are they? They're somewhere here. Anyways, I might try these guys first, because I really hate them, and I don't know where else I could use them for. But otherwise, I'll just go for the Mimicas. And also the oil well. I'm going to have lots of water, so I figured I'd get oil wells online anyways, because petroleum rockets. Haven't used the bionic duplicants yet. They're a lot of fun. I'm still learning the bionic duplicants, Aaron. So if you have any questions regarding like starting gameplay with the bionic dupes, I can sort of give you some tips, tricks, but yeah, I mean the benefit of them realistically is that you can upgrade them on the fly to whatever particular skill that they need, which I find to be extremely helpful. So we're gonna also put a Weezwort plant here. This is kind of the idea. This is doing a pretty good job at deleting germs, but the germs eventually, because of the amount of water that what we're putting in here, the germs eventually overwhelm the radiation. So I'm just gonna put a Weezwort plant right here, got a Pip in here, and boom, it's done. It's super simple. That's kind of my plan for here. Just put this here for now, and then this will delete all the germs inside here. Do you ever try to run with no care packages and teleporting both turned off? It's so much fun and more challenging. I haven't tried that yet, but that might be a fun challenge idea. Ooh, I'm really low on water. Yeah, I haven't tried that yet. That'd be kind of cool. I plan to do some... When I'm finished this asteroid, I want to do some sort of challenge run. I'm not like... I was thinking about just a very difficult asteroid, because that's kind of something that I've done in the past before, like offline. I'm semi-competent at that. But as far as a challenge run like that, I haven't considered yet, but I might do something like that. Let's continue these while we're waiting. Actually, we can turn it up to full speed now. I think we've got most of the stuff figured out. Oh, good. The beginning videos are cringy. I wouldn't say they're cringy, Stringer. I think that maybe they're cringy for, like, I think the same about my videos, just for the record, my earlier videos. So I think it's just because we're very critical of ourselves when we start to produce, more like better quality content, and we learn like the tips and tricks involved in producing better content. So, eventually you start to be more critical of yourself, and you go from there. What else? Sorry, let me just scroll back up here. Were you planning on doing the knit lure? Oh, yes. So I just talked about that. Yeah, I'm gonna try the knits first, but I want to expand the base first so I have room for that. So right now I'm planning to put my I just want to move these guys out of the way. So I'm going to make a very rudimentary lumblum or blum. I just realized today I'm calling them lumblums. So I'm going to put them here just for the time being, because I don't want to go through setting up the whole infrastructure for them that I used for your blueprint. And then I'll modify it later on. Hey, Louise. Louise says he's just passing by. Good live to everyone. Thank you for stopping by, Louise. I really appreciate your support. Appreciate you stopping by, and have a good rest of your day, whatever you're up to. Appreciate it. And you're digging here. What buildings do you need to have to support them? Okay, so great question. So at first, you're going to want to have this building here, the crafting station, because you need metal power banks to power them. You also need some oxygen. So let me just kind of pick out one of these bionic duplicates here. So we'll go with Stella. So Stella produces, first of all, she produces gunk. So you need a gunk extractor. If you have just regular toilets, they're going to plug up your toilets, and it's really not good, even with outhouses. So you want to build a gunk extractor, and then they just separate the gunk from the other, water or polluted water that you have from your toilets. I don't know how this happened, but it is what it is. Then what you need to do is they also need gear oil. So then you go to, how do you make gear? I don't even remember how to do that. It's somewhere here. Oh, here it is. Then they use the this station here. It's called the oh my goodness, or something. Whatever this is called, I don't know how to pronounce that. Just queue up infinite gear oil, and then take the gear oil that's coming out of the pitcher pump, and your duplicates will manually make it, and then they'll pick up the gear oil whenever they are in need of it. So that's kind of the one of the most basic things. So instead of toilets, they make gunk and just make it back into gear oil. It's a self-replicating process. So there's not much going on to it. Then they need oxygen. Obviously, they just get oxygen from anywhere, and they also produce microchips. This is so if you give them a bed on their downtime, they'll make microchips, and those microchips can be used at the soldering station to produce the different boosters that you can give to them. Also in the crafting station, it's kind of the same thing. The crafting station, you can produce the less advanced boosters. Actually, I should clean up this oil here. I have my slicksters are now alive, so I should relocate them as well. We'll put them. I don't know. We'll put them. Where to put them? I don't know where to put them. That's like where they can do something, but not. Let's just move them all over here for now. I don't want my duplicates just stepping on oil and slipping. And then the last thing that they need is a lot of power. So you can make on the crafting station, metal power banks, and this takes a lot of ore. So you really quickly want to go to the soldering station and start making the eco power banks, which you can then recharge at the battery bank chargers, and just have a couple of them on standby and running at all times. So there's a lot more efficient ways that you can produce the gear oil as well. Pretty sure there's something along the lines of, like I said, I'm still learning this, so I don't know the exact name, but you can make gear oil, I believe, just straight out of oil, like regular oil. I'm sure if we go here, oh, oops. Let's see, gear oil, gear bomb. This is produced from. Oh, it's not gear oil. It's self-lubricate. It's called the lubrication station. The lubrication station. Yeah, so I don't have that set up yet because this is a very, let's say, not a very well-developed colony just yet. So lumblums, sweet corn, plum squash, all the same thing. Yeah, I say so many things wrong. I don't even read half the time. I just say what I think. Okay, so EN 1993 says apothecary. Okay, apothecary. Gotcha. Once you get crude oil, it's even better. Yeah, so exactly. So we're going to get crude oil this episode, hopefully. It's not a lot for me to get crude oil. Like I basically just want to get my water situation online and working first before I start before I start sending it directly down there. I think there's like that's obviously more important because you can see this is running pretty low, and I should probably be cooking these fillets. I don't have do I have a grill? I don't think I don't think I do have a grill. Here we go. Let's start cooking the cooked. Oh, I can't even get to that. My duplicants can't get there. Open this up. So yeah, I want to start cooking. I want to start getting my water situation fully online first, and then from there, we can distribute our water to different places. So the most important thing for me, realistically, is getting this water storage online so I can feed it into my main base, which is going to be a lot smaller. We're going to open this up, let it drop in, and make a Pacu farm out of it. And then, like I said, this is going to be used for our oxygen production, which is kind of sucks that it's messed up now, but we'll figure that out. As Stringer says, lubrication station can use Fido oil or crude oil. Using crude will give you higher morale boost, but it still gets the job done. Yeah, I'm more of a I just like the stuff that I like, or the stuff that I'm used to using in the like prehistoric DLC is kind of what I default to for all my builds. So you'll notice that a lot of the, by the way, I have like this bruise on the back of my neck. So if you see me touching my back of my neck, it's because I got like a bruise back there. So you'll notice that a lot of the times, oh no, this is gonna get trapped. At least there's a little pocket of air. We'll move them out. Oh, there's two of them in here. Come on, why would you go there? I need you here. I really need you guys here because I need you to plant this. Can they even get this? I don't. Oh no. Oh, this is just brutal. Unreal. They always get stuck in the worst situation. So anyways, it's pretty easy to fix. I think we just kind of have to go in here and yeah. So what I forgot what I was talking about. Your map looks big with oil. Is that space? This is spaced out classic. Oh no, so this is prehistoric. This is prehistoric DLC. So this is our meteor that hit our base right here. We let it hit. Like we destroyed it and then we let it hit. I'll take more pips, because these ones might not last long. Oh, there's more here. I have so many pips. Which is pretty good, because that way I can produce... I'll probably be able to produce... infinite dirt, eventually. With infinite dirt with the help of... What's it called? Bonbon trees or arbor trees. I don't know if I have arbor trees yet, but I have bonbon trees. Yeah, okay, well, I remember what I was saying. I always like to default to builds that I've been playing with for a long time. So you'll notice that my brain like struggles with the newer DLC builds. I like mostly because I like to try them offline first to not totally make a horribly botched build on stream. I don't know if that's like funny or entertaining or whatever, but I feel like it contributes more to people watching if I like learn something first and then I try to do it on stream. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like there's something to that where I mean, I like learning on stream as well, but I usually default to the builds that I already know on stream. So that's why I'm so comfortable going to the oil well. It's super easy to build, and I've done it many, many times. Versus the Fido oil, it's a little bit like I can't even tell you off the top of my head. I think you need the secum plants or something. Okay, slime and the pulverizer, and then the secum leaf. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I was kind of right. I just have to think about it. It doesn't come intuitively to me because I haven't done it as many times. But yeah, so that's kind of where I am with that. I really want this planted right now. So whatever pip that we can get here ASAP would be ideal. And then yeah, we'll get this online. We'll get as soon as we get this planted, get a pip here, I can start pushing the water into it, and that'll be a lot of fun when we have infinite water storage. Come on, let's get some pips in here. I just need literally one pip. Oh, maybe they can't, because it's maybe they can't deliver it there. That might be my fault. they probably have to deliver it there. I maybe should close this off too, because I don't know if the Pip's gonna like travel, take this plant or take this seed and travel all the way. So anyways, how is everyone tonight? How was your Friday? How was your week? Thank you guys for joining me. I'll be on for probably maybe 2.5 hours or so. And then tomorrow we'll be back for another stream. So that's kind of how things are looking. I want to keep expanding this as well. So don't know what my duplicates are doing. I'm not sure what they're doing a whole lot right now. Let's put this thing together. Just like that. So I realized over the course of building, preparing for this asteroid impact, that we don't really need this layer of vacuumed out sort of insulation between our obsidian tiles and our base. So it worked just fine. The obsidian worked just fine to handle the heat, and it's actually hotter inside my base than the obsidian tile from the very hot asteroid impact. So I think this was a little bit of a maybe redundant to do, but anyways, it was kind of fun to try, and now I know for next time on how that's going to work. Let me just fix something here. Perfect. All right, so let's continue. Let me just get my phone out of the way. It's going to be distracting. Okay. Yeah, gotta get my duplicants. Gotta get my duplicants some more bedrooms, because this is going to take forever if I don't. I need to get them, because some of them have very low morale right now, and I gotta get this done. Gotta get that done as well. Don't care about those wires in particular. And then I need to get the... I need to get a Pip here. Where's the Pips? Why is this taking so long? There should be somebody available to move this. I don't know why. Is there no one available with husbandry that can move? Critter ranching. Somebody should have critter ranching available. Yeah, ranching. So Stella. It's critter ranching. Is Stella on break? Stella is not on break. So Stella should be like hurrying up right here and getting this Pip where it needs to go so it can plant this. Taking forever. Got my Esca water again, in case anyone is wondering what I'm drinking. It's just lemon flavored water, sparkling lemon flavored water. Why is this taking so long to do? What if it's unreachable? How is it unreachable? It's right there. Oh, because maybe there's not enough Atmos suits. Okay. I should really move my Atmos suits down to here. I can probably close this off now. I don't think there's a lot of carbon dioxide, a little bit of hydrogen. Was I doing anything with this hydrogen before? I should probably get this hydrogen moved out of here. And this gas vent should be filtering hydrogen gas. So hydrogen gas is going into here, and then everything else can be okay. Cool. So yeah, maybe it's about time to get this Atmos suit, these docks online. So that way we can get some more, because I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and I have 6 here. I can build one more as well. I have the capacity to build one more. I should be building them out of gold though, because gold will give me a slight... I think they're all out of lead. Yeah, that's too bad. Gold will give me a slight boost in my decor, which is kind of what I'm trying to work towards going forward here. And then we're already out of water here, so we should probably move this down. Have to deconstruct all this. Actually, we'll keep that intact. And then we'll come down this way once we open that up. Okay, there we go. We got the pip finally. We got 2 pips on here. I just need them to plant this. This might take forever. Let's go. Perfect. Just like that. All right. So now we should be good. So the purpose of this is it should now filter any germs that end up going in here, especially if they come out of this vent, because the germs will start here and the radiation should easily take care of all the germs that's going to be happening. So let's go ahead and connect the piping and then connect the piping here. This is kind of what's happening. The germy water comes in. This is, yeah, it's a lot of germs there. I don't know. We're just putting too much water in there, I think. And then this should kill all the extra germs that are not being killed by these 2 wheeze words. It's just, I think it's just the mass of the water is probably too much or something, too many germs happening. So whatever. It is what it is. I thought this would work a lot better, but the radiation just doesn't quite reach down here. And it doesn't... Well, you know what? Probably most of the reason is probably coming from this. I don't know why I put a mesh tile there. Then it just falls right through and it doesn't clean anything. So there. Now that should kind of work a little bit better. And also if I put this here and this here, so the water it literally just falls into this mesh tile. So that should be good. And then just make sure this is working good. I hope this infinite storage still stays intact. Just probably, I want to keep the temperature intact as well. So this is 32 degrees. I know this is not going to do a whole lot, but I just don't want the water to heat up too much because you can see I'm producing a lot of heat around the asteroid here. And this is also gotta move a little bit quicker. Let's see how the germs are now. Well, anyways, I'm happy that there's no germs in here. That was my main concern. And then I don't have any power here as well, so I can connect that at some point. Actually, we'll do that right now. Unreachable. No gold. Why is there no gold? We just lost axe. Oh, right. That's why. All right. So we have to... Right. We have to open this up. And then there we go. Now we should have access to gold again. Almost messed that up completely. And then, of course, now we can kind of... Well, if I delete these, I might have just buckets of oxygen that I have to deal with. Or containers of oxygen, rather. I can delete this as well. Oh, no, it's not... It doesn't give you the containers. It gives you the... It just puts oxygen into your base. Do I want to restart that? That's going to suck to get rid of. That's going to absolutely suck to get rid of. I wonder if I should just bite the bullet and restart the last cycle. Oh, no. I thought it was going to give you little jugs of oxygen that you can just deal with and put it somewhere. I didn't know it would do that. What do you guys think? Do I just restart that one? Or do I just live with popped eardrums for the next... Oh, someone's unrested also. Who's unrested? I don't even know. Oh, but there's a shine bug somewhere maybe that was in there. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll just live with popped eardrums for a little bit. What is... it's not too bad. It's just 20% stress per cycle. So we should be okay. So what we should do for the time being then, because now we have all this oxygen, at least we'll fill up this part of the base. So maybe it might not be too bad. It might not be too bad. In fact, we're pumping a bunch of oxygen out anyway. So let's just do that. And then mop up all this stuff here. No, I'm glad I didn't restart there because at least we can pressurize this part of our base with a bunch of oxygen. I totally forgot about that. But my first inclination was just to restart there and not have to deal with pop eardrums. Anyway, so Lum Blum Ranch. We got to continue that. So I'm pretty sure if... oh, I can't build here because of the heavy wall wire. Can't wait to get this done. So I can just... I don't have to have this running through my base. That just kind of makes things annoying. In the interim, I can just do that. And then we'll just delete this area, and then we can build the Lum Lum Ranch down here. The 96 tiles is there. So gotta put my... I gotta delete all this stuff. What am I running through here? Water's fine. Gotta delete this. Construction, delete all that. Do something like this, and then this should give us our 96. So yeah, this is just a very basic, just a way to separate all these guys while we set up our base. And then obviously in this area we'll have the carbon dioxide pooling up, which is going to help us as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll try to make it a little symmetrical, and then build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then continue with the insulated tiles here. And delete all this. And then maybe put something like this here just for the time being. Deliver suit there. Got power and got oxygen going there, so we're all good. Yeah, so now, yeah, it didn't do too bad actually. It kind of the pressure kind of evened out pretty quick. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, we'll take the mechanical advanced booster. This that is, I don't want it anymore. I want duplicants now. I want what's it called? Bionic duplicants. Oh. Put the of agro fig there, and then pump some water to it. Oh, and then I need the Mimica as well. So maybe we'll put the 2 Mimicas. Well, do we need 2 Mimicas, or should I just put 1? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll do 2 because it looks symmetrical that way. I like that. I like it when things look symmetrical. So even if it kind of hinders our production, I think that looks cool. What am I building? Okay, insulated tile, perfect. So we'll do the Orvagro fig there again. No, I don't know why I'm calling it the fig. I don't know. I mess up the names on literally everything, so I just have to deal with it. Okay, Lum Blum there, and actually I should move this up because, yeah. If I have this too low, then the carbon dioxide will just start pooling up here instead. I want the carbon dioxide to be captured here so the Lum Lums can have a good time. So we'll take this out and we'll rebuild it as such. Okay, this seems to be working okay. I forgot a little bit of shale there. Not too happy about that. Doing your own version. Yeah, so I'm going to do your build, Stringer. I just want to get them separated for the time being because, like, I'm rearranging everything in my base. So there's going to be a lot of moving around. And to start with, I just wanted to move the Lum Lums to here so they have their own little area with carbon dioxide. Since the carbon dioxide doesn't really pool here all that well, it can just like eventually make its way out and drop down. I figured I'd put them into here, so it comes from, you know, my duplicants breathing and all that stuff. So that's kind of the intention. I will be doing your build later on when I have a lot more substantial, infrastructure set up. Okay, cool. So this is doing pretty good with the germs. This is doing all right. I'm pretty sure this is contributing to the germ deletion, but not a whole lot down here because they don't reach. I do have enriched uranium now somewhere. Where's my enriched uranium? So I might be able to just throw that in there. Enriched uranium. I don't need the feathers anymore. That. Oh wait, that's not even doing what I thought it was gonna do. That's just for a future production. Okay, this is cool. I like how this is set up. No germs in there. Awesome. Now I need to start pumping this water out to my base. Let's go ahead and make sure this is all set up. This water used to come from here. Okay, it's what is this? Where am I getting this from? This is germy water. I don't want germy water. What I want is to have maybe something like, oh, there's a lot of piping here. I kind of gotta figure this mess out. Okay, so I don't want to have to go around. I really think that maybe I just start using the clean water for my spawn for the time being that I'm storing here. I think that might be the way to go. So we'll cut this off. We'll take the clean water from here, send it into, and just have it go back up here and through into this little drain. That might be the best case scenario here. Yeah, I guess we'll use insulated as well. Let's get that done ASAP because otherwise we're going to run out of oxygen. Well, not run out of oxygen, but we're going to temporarily stop our oxygen production, which I don't want to do. Hey, Luke P. Priestley, I think, just subscribed on YouTube. Thank you for your subscription. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Oh, I should have my Twitch dashboard open too because sometimes I miss those notifications. So don't want to do that. Every time I have it open, every time I don't have it open is when I get something exciting on Twitch happening. Appreciate your subscription. Thank you so much for coming here. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're enjoying the content. If you haven't been catching up with the VODs, basically this is the prehistoric DLC, and we've let the asteroid hit our base, or our colony rather, and we're just sort of navigating our way around that. So far so good. Nothing too exciting. I'm just rearranging a lot of things in my base, which admittedly is not the most dramatic or exciting content, but I'm trying to do the whole playthrough on live this time instead of doing a lot of the boring, what I consider to be boring stuff offline. But as long as people are enjoying it, I'm more than happy to do it online as well. I'm very picky and indecisive about where I want to build things. So that's usually the hardest part for me, is just kind of figuring out where I want to do all that stuff. So we're going to put the, come on, click it. We're going to put the pneumatic door up here so the carbon dioxide can pool. I think that'll work out well. Body temperature is 22. Okay, well, I'm sure that'll kind of fix itself in time. Maybe we'll just put some temp shift plates up here. Something that's definitely hot is, we'll get some dirt. I think we should have some hot dirt somewhere that we can, Another issue is that our water is just really, really cold. Well, I guess it's not as cold as I thought it would be, but I guess it's going to be very cold coming from this area that's 30 degrees compared to the rest of the base, because the rest of the base is like 40 degrees. Okay, yeah, our oxygen production has stopped now. This is, turn this on. There we go. And make sure we have no germs. Now we have a couple germ filtering. Oh, we have a little bit of germ in there. So I guess this is not doing as well as it could. That's a little bit unfortunate. I could increase that. I could just put another wheezewort here. But we have germ filtering in our SPOM or in our Hydra as well. Thankfully, I've already provisioned that. So We'll increase our germ filtering capacity later on. This will have to do for now. I'm not too... Oh, we're getting wrong element damage from something. Was it this one? Something got wrong element damage. I'm not sure what it was. I don't know what I saw something, but whatever. Doesn't matter. How hot is this now? 23. Maybe I should get something that's hotter. I just hold on. Let me just ban this bot here. Whoops. I don't know. We'll put some coal here. Just gotta get rid of this this bot on Twitch here. And block. Cool. I always get one of those bots that tries to sell me viewers, but what would be the point of buying viewers? That's kind of ruins the fun of streaming, I think. So I don't know. Those bot people have to get their together. Okay, anyways, Mimicas, are they growing? Yes. These things are a little bit hotter now, right? 24, we're almost there. Just gotta keep building some things that are hot. So maybe some peat. Put some peat in here. That should be plenty of heat. Okay, let's continue in here. Boom, boom. Deconstruct this. We can deconstruct all this. Deconstruct that. Really running low now on the water, so I'm gonna have to get that online at some point. How's the germs looking? Okay, not bad. We're doing all right. We'll just have to kind of make sure that we don't... I mean, even if we get germs in here, inevitably it'll clear itself out because it doesn't last in regular water anyways. So there we go. We'll hook this up. No, we need a... Not gonna work. We need a bridge here. To help with the flow. Put the bridge here like that, so it sends the water in the correct direction. Oh, this is also wrong. Where's it coming? Oh, this is coming from there. All right. So that sends water there. Sends water there. I don't need to send it back in a loop. That's kind of... The only bots I like are bionic duplicants. Hey, Elusive Ocelot. Thank you so much for joining the stream tonight. Yeah, the bionic duplicants are the only bots that I like as well. And speaking of which, let's get these guys working because they're not doing a whole lot just standing around. So let's get them going. Get all this cleared out, get all that cleared out. And then let's see what else. Oh, I can do all this. Can do all this. Just kind of set up a whole bunch of queued tasks for them. Should be okay to do it here. Yeah, plenty of coldness all around. I'm glad that the Phlox has survived the the meteor. They were awfully close to it. All right, so things are looking pretty good. It looks like my power is now connected mostly all the way. Let's just finish it off. And then I can finally start deconstructing all the power here. We'll start moving all of our transformers outside of our base, or maybe somewhere here at least. Yeah, I think we'll put it right here. Because then we can just run electrical wires through the base. So, but we'll use large power transformers. So put them right here. The only thing with this is that they might overheat. Let's see, where do I want to put it? Maybe put it here. Yeah, we'll do that for now. How many can I fit if I make it like this? I can fit one. I can fit them all in here, so that should be okay. And then we'll replace all of that with like all of these regular wires with conductive wires. Oh, that's another thing I gotta work on. I gotta work on getting this set up. So I need to get metal tiles here. Metal tiles will be a critical component to our cooling. And then also radiant piping. Unfortunately, I don't have my aluminum volcano tamed yet because it's still active. So we have to wait on that a little bit. So I'm going to have to use gold for this, but that's okay. And then we'll also have insulated piping. So the things come in here, it leaves, and then we'll go up. Go up here. We'll deal with our steam turbines in this direction. And then we'll come back down. Come back down this way, probably. And then, I don't know. I don't know yet. Crazy Sammy says, I always run a power spine up the left and right side, and then have transformers as I need them. Yes, that's kind of what I'm thinking as well. So I have it running on the left here, but since all my power is branching out from the bottom, I figured I could... I will keep this intact, and then I'll have the rest of the transformers down here. Hey, William says, hi, just stopping by shortly. Thank you so much, William, for stopping by and saying hello. I really appreciate it. That is awesome of you to do that. Did you know you can tame active volcano? I did, actually. I made a very early video on that, on how to tame active volcanoes. I just prefer, because of how easily I get distracted, I just prefer not to do it. So I usually just wait till they're offline. Otherwise it usually ends in disaster. I can deal with oh, more Pacus. That's awesome. I have to open up a little thing here, and I can get some more Pacus dropped in. Is there a mod for multiplayer? Unfortunately, there is not that I know of. There is not that I know of. But that'd be cool, wouldn't it? It would certainly be an awesome thing for Ani. I wonder if Clay would ever work on that. You can stop volcano from spewing hot stuff. Well, you know what? I might utilize that for this build. But for now, I do want to get the volcano online. I don't need the aluminum that badly that I need it for this particular build. Oh, my neck really hurts. Getting old. I have to get this online in 20 cycles. So not too long ago, it was at 30 cycles, and I've completely forgotten about it. So if worst comes to worst, I'll block this. I'll just put a little thing there and block it, and then we won't have any meltdowns. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I can start mopping up some of the oil as well. I want to get some oil for, particularly for my polymer press, but also for the liquid lock here, just so I can start vacuuming it out. I have to make this out of steel because this is very, very hot. What's the best? I guess I'll put it here. It's probably the best place. Just pop it out like that. And then put a... Oh, I don't even have steel for this. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'll just take a high pressure gas vent from here. Oh, plastic, I mean, I think it's plastic that I need. And I also need power here. A lot of stuff going on that I need. Oh my goodness. That rattled me. Okay, so yeah, we'll get some power in here as well, and then that will help us. It will help us vacuum it out. I'll put a transformer here, maybe here for the time being, so we can start vacuuming this before it starts being active again. Take care of all that. I'm not going to use heavy wall conductive wire inside this time. I'd rather just use regular wire. Well, actually, it'll be conductive wire, because eventually I'll need power for this. What are the mods that I'm using right now? It's in the description below. If you scroll down in the YouTube page, it should be in the description. My favorite mod that I'm using, though, why does this have no power? Why do I have no power? I ran out of hydrogen somehow. Oh, I vacuumed out all the hydrogen. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So let's go ahead and get some hydrogen from here. Actually, I have this one almost set up. I just didn't think I was going to run out that quickly. All right, so now we have no power for our base. Hey, meet Asian. By the way, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hey, Ethan, I'm very new to Ani 100 hours, and I was wondering why you use a metal plate under the volcano. So that's a great question. Welcome to the stream, and I will answer that before I deal with the no power issue. So the metal plate is my way of cooling the very hot gold that is coming out from this volcano. So if you look at my, I have a video. It's kind of an old video, so it might not be the best video that I've made. But if you look at it, I think you can still enjoy it. It's something along the lines of how to tame volcanoes. And what I do is I just take the gold that comes out of here. You can see it's 323 degrees. I pick this up, and eventually there's going to be steam in this room, a lot of steam. And that's going to cool most of this gold. It's going to cool to around 125 degrees because that's the temperature that steam starts producing power from the steam turbines. And then after that, it's going to go through a conveyor rail in this gold tile, which is going to be very, very cold from this aqua tuner. The aqua tuner has two tasks here: to cool the steam turbines, which is very trivial in the grand scheme of things, but also to get these gold tiles or these metal tiles down to a very, very low temperature. So when I run a conveyor belt through it, it's going to cool anything that comes through here, which will be the gold. And then that way, when the gold drops out, I'm going to have a temperature sensor so I don't let the gold drop out until it reaches a certain point. And then from there, I have very cold gold that I can use anywhere in my base. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's the point of all that? The point of that is because if the gold is very, very hot, like if I just use this gold as it is, which I probably have been doing at some point, we can probably see if we've built anything with the very hot gold. If I use this very, very hot gold in my base, it's going to heat things up very quickly, especially if I start bringing the gold through something like a liquid lock. If you're using something like water or something that evaporates very at a low temperature, it's going to break my liquid lock and then let all these nasty gases into my base. So that's, oh my goodness, look at this. This is not good. Why is this taking so much damage? It's just water that's coming in here. It's not overheating. Oh, it's overloading. Oh, it's the wire that's not good. Why is the wire? Oh, because okay, I see. I've been overloading it this whole time. Okay. All right, I'll fix that. I will fix that. That's easy to fix. Let's just do something like that. But first, we have to fix the hydrogen issue. Actually, yeah, the hydrogen issue comes first. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Me Asian, by the way. Thank you for joining the stream, and feel free to ask any more questions. I have a whole series on the YouTube channel where I play through from start to finish. It's called the Super Duper Dreamland. So if you're looking for any tips and tricks for a whole playthrough, you might be interested in that as well. But now I have no hydrogen, which is kind of awful because I can't get the hydrogen in here without power. And I don't have any power that can produce, or I don't have any way to produce power, move the hydrogen around. So I have to put up a hamster wheel. We'll put it right here just to get this working. And then we'll put a gas pump here. And then we'll pipe the gas pump. Luckily, the piping has already started, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I can just basically connect everything here. It's gonna take so long to get down here, but you know what? It is what it is. So we'll do this, we'll do that, get this set up ASAP, and get that going. Yes, I have watched a lot of your videos. It's been very helpful. Well, I'm glad to hear, me Asian. Thank you so much for the kind words. I think the videos have been great because I get distracted a lot and I mess up like this, and then kind of gives also we don't usually make videos on things that go wrong and how to fix it, and in terms of making mistakes such as this. So I always think it's fun when stuff like this happens and you can see some of the more novice solutions. William says, me Asian too, by the way. Well, there you go. So he is, but I don't know if you can see William. Me Asian, by the way, is from the Twitch chat. They should appear on screen. I haven't been watching the OBS, but just in case you guys don't know who I'm talking to, the Twitch chat should be on the video as well. Hopefully it is. The chat is on both screens. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to the OBS today. So, it's good to know that things are working kind of right. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's get this done. I need oxygen. I'm almost tempted to just restart this last cycle from this colossal mistake, but no, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Not a big deal. It's just gonna slow us down a little bit and probably cause some things of bad stuff to happen. Why is this taking so long? Oh, because they can't get through here. Probably. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, there's nobody can get through here because of this. All right, deconstruct that. May I know exactly what you're focusing on? Well, right now I have to focus on hydrogen because I ran out. And then after that, yes, I will. Okay, there we go. Gizmo's finally on the job. After that, I need to get this gold volcano online, which is pretty easy. All I have to do is complete my cooling circuit, pump this out. Well, it's not easy right now because I don't have power. But it should be fairly easy after that. I'm also focused on this, getting the germs, which is working pretty well. Getting the germs out of this water. I just put a Weiswort there, easy enough. And I also have to focus on getting this Paku farm online. So let's get this. Let's go. I need a guy here, or a duplicant here rather. And then we'll take this off. We'll have this on max power. And then, yeah, you're just going to have to hold your breath, Quinn. That's just going to have to be like that for a bit. So, yeah, I'm just kind of trying not to have too many issues in the base. I see no germs. Yeah, the germs are doing pretty good. Scolding. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hot in here. Maybe you should get out. Oh, no. This is going so horribly. Maybe you should get out of there instead of just standing there if you're scolding. I think I might as well just restart the last two cycles. I really botched this. I think it would just go a lot better. I think it was in the 187. It's gonna set me back like 5 cycles to get all that stuff online. So let's take the 10-minute hit and not run out of hydrogen in the first place. Is the Bionic Loop shouldn't be in water. Oh yes, you are right. They should not be in water. Okay, we fixed it now. It's a lot easier to just deal with it at this point. Just hopefully I can get this done in time. There we go. And then I can deal with this as well because this was a huge mess up on my end. Put this in here. Luckily, this power wire is still intact, but it was going pretty quick. So we're just gonna do this. Oh, it just looped it back into itself. We'll just do that. We'll get this online ASAP. Hopefully we can get that done before we run out entirely. We have 11 kilograms left, but we're really using a lot of power now. Well, I already played a lot past the demo layer. I already played 87 cycles after. Plus, I really like how the base is coming along. I don't really mind the... I don't really mind this being in the way. I kind of like... This is new. I'm probably never going to let it hit again. This is most likely the only time I will ever do this. So it's kind of a fun thing for me. Okay, this is working now. That's fine. Cool. So we should be okay. We should never run out again. Ideally, we should be running this into our infinite storage. Oh, kind of like that. So yeah, we'll just put this on an ammo sensor so we don't... Well, actually, you know what? Let's just leave it. Fine. Okay, then I can keep doing this as well. This is pretty easy. Just have to... Yeah, we'll just do that. And then we'll put a thing here. I believe in you. Then again, I also believe in Bigfoot. Well, thanks, William. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. It'll be rough at certain points, but I'm glad. I really think that this will be like I said, I'm never gonna let this happen again. So I think it'll be fun to just do it live on stream and then build some rockets over here, maybe over here. Keep expanding the base. This is the most arduous part, is having me expand the base, because I'm very indecisive in how I want to build things. And there's a little bit of bleach stone here. It's kind of annoying. And I usually like debate with myself a lot when I'm doing that stuff offline. But trying to do the whole playthrough on stream this time. There's a lot of parts I missed in the super duper... Oh, Me Asian says, it's time for me to head to bed. Hope you have a wonderful stream. Thank you so much, Me Asian, and thank you for joining tonight. So yeah, what I was saying is usually I do some of that arduous stuff offline, which I did for the Super Duper Dreamland. There's a lot of like time jumps in the Super Duper Dreamland where I thought it was just more productive to do like the base building and colony expansion offline, because there is a lot of debating on my part of where things should go, and that's kind of annoying. I can't get rid of that. I can get rid of that, but I don't want to deal with it. So I just have to live with it being there. But so people have asked me to do this on stream, so we're gonna see how it goes and just do the rest of it on stream, or do all this stuff on stream instead of doing it offline. So that's where that's where I am with that. Now we have another problem. So this here, we should probably not be going back that way. Just sending water, refiltering it over and over and over. Only part I don't like is all the neutronomium in the meteor. Yeah, there's a lot. It kind of makes things interesting in the sense that when we try to tame these volcanoes, it'll be kind of weird. The hydrogen will be easy. The volcano, I can just build a little thing, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's not the most ideal. Like, I see where William is coming from. Don't get me wrong. So this thing probably would be more convenient if it was still in space and I could just go and fly to it and get all the debris. And I 100% agree that that's the meta for doing this build, for sure. But like I said, I'm never going to let this happen again with regards to doing a full playthrough. So I thought I would just do it on stream, see how it goes, and then we'll see how far we get before I get annoyed with it being in the way. Like, eventually, I think I'll be bored enough that we'll start something a little bit more challenging. But I want to get to space first. It's not hard to get to space. I can build carbon dioxide rockets right now. I have plenty of carbon dioxide here, so it's just a matter of building the colony out. I don't want to rush that because I think part of the fun is building the colony. So, do I have power down here? No, I don't, because I restarted. So let's get the power down here. Right, that's where I was. Oh, Jesus. That's where I was before I restarted. Go down like this. Bring a power all the way over here. And then we'll build a transformer up top. Actually, a large transformer. So just kind of like this. And then conductive wire to go through here. Sort of like that. And then we'll put a gas pump here. And then a ventilation pipe there. Now, high pressure gas vent. How much? Yeah, I'm going to need a high pressure gas vent. Hey, Jim. Jim says hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining, Jim. How are you doing, Jim? How was your Friday? Thank you so much for joining the stream tonight. Really glad that you're here. So I'll tell you what's going on in a minute. We just had a little bit of a crisis where I reloaded because I felt like it was such an arduous task to deal with what I got myself into. So I got to get this volcano online. I'm still at 20 cycles. So that's not bad. We didn't lose a whole lot. I lost all the priority should be getting all this set up. So let's do that. No, it doesn't have to be 9. Let's do 7. Let's do 7. There we go. Last day of work for the year. Hell yeah, Jim. That's awesome. I still got 2 more days on Monday, Tuesday. It was voluntary though. I didn't have to come to work, but there's why is there so much? Oh, because of the, okay, I see. But I decided I should go into work, so we're going to work on Monday, Tuesday. I'm happy to hear that, Jim, that you are done for the year. That is awesome. Let's get some more oil cleaned up here. So what happened is I ran out of hydrogen from here. I only have actually 9 kilograms, so it is going up, I think. But now I'm taking the hydrogen from my spawn. And I ran out of... Oh, we're doing a weird loop again. There we go. I ran out of oxygen from my spawn, or my hydra. Sorry. I ran out of hydrogen from my storage, and now I'm taking it from my hydra. So what happened is I ran out, lost power, and I had to try to build the gas pump and a hamster wheel in here, which just turned out to be a horrible situation. I figured it just... By the time I get all that set up and the power, I have to send the hydrogen so far down into my hydrogen generators. I thought it might be just way easier to just reload. Just reload the 2 cycles or a cycle and a half that I spent doing that. Let's get this all... Actually, I could probably keep most of this intact because... let's see this. Oh, this is not done again. Probably keep most of that intact because I'm going to be putting oxygen in various places there anyway. Let's do this again. We have to build the transformer area. Oh, I don't like how the fire poles don't line up. I had my whole aluminum volcano tamer blow up earlier. I feel you. How did it blow up, Jim? That sounds awful. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when I run out of power too, especially when you have no backup like I don't. I really like having petroleum as my power, or at least some sort of geothermal. Even a little bit of geothermal would be nice because then at least I have a tiny bit coming from the hydrogen generators. By the way, this is finished? Yeah. Like a volcano or something would always produce some amount of heat that the hydrogen generators are always making. The pipes for the coolants got too hot when I turned it on and started blasting steam everywhere. Oh no. Well, there you go, William. Jim just responded just before you sent that. Did you end up restarting, Jim, or did you try to just deal with it? I would have restarted for sure. I would definitely have restarted. Let's get this done as well. William says, what sort of coolant to Jim? Now I find a way to clean it up without having to restart. Well, congrats to you, Jim. That's awesome. You're much more resilient than I am. I wonder if we're still making... Yeah, we should probably be making... what am I missing? Lime? Oh, iron ore. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. Let's queue up some of that so we can get working. How much enriched uranium? Oh, I have petroleum now. Sick. Is that from just the heat? That might just be from the heat. I don't know where I had the petroleum. Yeah, it's just from the... Must be from the heat. Oh, let's check in on our... Oh, this is not working as well as I had hoped. It's okay. We'll... The radiation blocking, right? We'll build a better system. We'll build a better system. We don't... Luckily, we are filtering our oxygen. So, worst case, we have a little bit of polluted water in here, but... Or not polluted water, germy water. Not quite as well as I had hoped. How much radiation blocking am I getting from here? Is this made out of... Don't tell me I made this out of... Oh, iron ore. Okay. %. I guess it's only here. That's interesting. Anyways, we'll figure that out. This is working just fine, so I'm not overly concerned about that. And the polluted water isn't all that... I mean, it's not that big of a deal to deal with. It's just... I think it's just slime lung germs. Or food poisoning, rather. Make some tablets for the time being. Okay, I need to get this online. So this is like the main thing. Gonna do this. Gonna come in through here. And then we'll build some steam turbines up here. Probably delete that. And then we'll start building our metal tiles again. Probably out of gold. Gold seems to work pretty good. It's already here anyway, so not that big of a deal. And then also shipping. We have to build conveyor rails. Again, we'll build that out of gold. How do I want to run this? Oh, I don't want to run it like that. I want it to enter and exit on this end. So we'll do a zigzag pattern. Kind of like this. And we'll just end it there. And then we'll feed it in from here. But what we need to do ASAP is... Why don't we have power here? Okay, we're still working on that. Delete that stuff. No power. Oh, because of this. Got it. Put that there for now. Jim says, radiant liquid pipe because I wanted to heat the ethanol to chill the steam turbine. I normally use polluted water because of the specific heat capacity. But I like using ethanol because, first of all, I like the color of ethanol. I think it looks way better than polluted water. I really wish that polluted water wasn't an ugly yellow. I'm sorry if you're a polluted water fan. But I've always liked the color of ethanol running through my pipes. In some of my earlier videos, I used oil and... Oh, I need mechatronics engineering. I used oil and ethanol for... What did I need for this? Tidying. There we go. I used oil and ethanol for cooling because I just thought it looked cool. I just thought people would know in the video that when I guess it was oversight on my end, but I thought that just by having a cool looking visual of ethanol and oil running through it, people would still assume that you use something with a higher specific heat capacity for like a standard cooling. But I got a lot of flack for for it, so I don't do that anymore. I always thought that was kind of funny though. It's such a newbie mistake on my part to make. Okay, why is this not working? No power. Let's go. Let's get this done so I can start vacuuming this out. There should be a sufficient liquid lock to prevent that from working. Prevent this from getting... I always like to have this full so I have a greater visual of what's actually going on. cool. Now we'll build this out. Oops, not there. I need to build this so I can close it off. I need to build all this ASAP. Let's go. The pipes, Jim says the pipes are just 95-degree water output from the steam turbine and the supercoolant in the AT loop that I use. Condense ethanol and chill the aluminum in a metal debris chiller above the steam turbines. But I also run the aluminum on rails through the ethanol and over the same exhaust pipes. I just need to wait a little longer to chill the aluminum. I turned it on the second I had steam and it hadn't sucked enough heat from the aluminum inside the steam room yet. Oh, I don't know why I had to pause there. I could have just kept it running. Oh, let's take the research booster. It's normally only 95 degrees when it hits that space, but it was 300 and it blew the pipes. Oh boy. My phone is just getting blown up lately with all the holiday messages. Like, oh, because it's Christmas is coming up on Black Friday, and it just keeps sending me so much spam. Or I have to go through and block so many different things. I don't know if that's the same for for everyone else. Jim says it was an idiot error. No, it's a like Bob Ross would say, it's a happy little mistake. Or is that what he says? I forgot what Bob Ross says. A happy little accident. That's it. There's no idiot errors around here. It was a happy little accident. Happy accident. Oh, that's hilarious. Now that I have this here, they have to use the fire pole to get by, so I guess we'll just build some ladders on it. There's lots of happy accidents on Ani. That's part of the fun. If you don't have accidents, are you really having fun? Okay, what else is going on here? I can deliver a suit to here. Probably that one, hopefully. The Lumblums. The Blumlums. Is there carbon dioxide here now? A little bit. I should get some more though, because I should open this up. That it would be a fantastic idea. Because I want these to drop more Blum eggs. And they're very sad right now, so that's probably not good. This is 70% and then 0%. Oh yeah. All right, so this will help us out a lot. Get some of this carbon dioxide in there. Just have it pooling there, and then these things can grow. They're growing very, very slow, but they're growing. The problem is that I'm using a lot of water, and I might have to start feeding Jeremy water until I can get it more. Why is this offline? Why? Do I not have oxygen or hydrogen again? No, I have plenty of hydrogen. This is off. No power. This has power. That was weird. That must have been a bug. Is it overloading? No, it's not overload. Oh, because I'm using... No, hang on. Wow, I am just not understanding what's going on here. This is 1400 out of 2000 watts. Oh, because I'm probably not producing enough power, maybe? Let's see my peak load. My peak load might be too much. I might have to build another hydrogen generator. That's most likely the case. No problem. Yeah, my battery's dead. No problem. We'll fix that. Our base is getting too big. They're happy accidents until they cause deaths. Usually not producing enough power. You're not producing enough power. I got it. I got it. This is why I usually run nuclear power for nuclear power. We'll do that. We'll build a nuclear power plant next time. We'll do it live. That'll be hilarious. I'm gonna write that down. Oh, this is my new. Don't look at my new script. That's my new script for my next video. Hold on, let me just close that so I can. I'm gonna put it in my notepad. Nuclear power. There we go. Yeah, you can take the screen caps all you like. steal my script. You know, it's not a full script yet. I'm still editing it. You can refer back to my save. I will do that, William. I will do that. Let me write that in the notes as well. Nuclear power, refer to. I think it'll be funny to do it live. The script is still in progress, so feel free to steal. Oh no, we broke this. Too late. I use the nuclear screen caps. I don't use nuclear. I still don't have the nuclear reactor research achievement. Oh, I hope I have it. I know I built a nuclear power plant before, but I'm not sure. I can't remember if it was with sandbox mode enabled or not. So I may or may not have it. May or may not have it. All right, so what's going on? We have, this is, okay, so maybe still not producing enough power. We have these, no hydrogen. Obviously, that would be a problem. There we go. That should be okay. Yeah, then I'll eventually get to a nuclear video as well. There's a lot of things that I need to get to. There's a lot. Let's go. I guess they can get up there. They don't have to build ladders here. Okay, let's keep going on expanding the base. So I'm getting a little bit distracted here. So this should fall, no problem. Oh, hold on. I gotta build this. Right now, all the carbon dioxide is pooling here, which is inconvenient. But hopefully enough of it goes in here that it'll be fine. I can always just pump it in there, worst case, and get some for the lum-lums. How's this doing? This is still going, okay. Gold volcano, this is working now. This is done, perfect. Now I need a cooling loop in here, radiant piping. Should have already had that queued up. It's gonna come in here like this. Do I want to do it this way? How do I want to do this? I'm gonna have the turbines here. It'll come down, come over, and then back around. That's how it's gonna be. And then we'll go like this. Take this out, just like that. And then we'll take the water from here. Kind of something like that. We'll do something like that. Counterflow with the rails is how I prefer to do it. If I can, I'm gonna have everything on a sensor, so in the long run, I won't really affect it that much. I think. That's not confirmed. I'm just guessing. Let's put a thing here. Gold is good enough. And we'll put gold here as well. Okay, and then we gotta clean all this debris out. So let's put a storage bin right here. And we'll clean all this out. The piping, continue the piping. Okay, around. We'll have steam turbines here. I don't think I have enough plastic. No, I didn't build enough plastic because the polymer press kind of broke on us. Well, it got repaired, so that's probably what this crude oil is from, rather. The polymer press keeps breaking and they just keep fixing it. 'Cause I need petroleum for this, don't I? This takes petroleum, not crude oil, I think. Yeah, petroleum. That's why. Get out of the way. Petroleum. I'm sending it the wrong thing. Yeah, you're right, Jim. I wasn't thinking there, and I put I put oil. So I need a slight, I think I can use Phyto oil as well. Yeah, resin rather, or nectar. Oh, I forgot about nectar. I have nectar. Totally forgot about that. I should have nectar right here. Not a whole lot of nectar, but I have some nectar. Bottle filler. Let's put these guys in here. Build some stuff like that. Hey, Mr. Loki, surprising but wholesome to see YouTubers who have videos. Ani also makes silly mistakes. Oh, we make a lot of mistakes here, Mr. Loki. we are not a mistake-free stream. I appreciate the comment. Yeah, I don't try to hide the fact that I get distracted and make a lot of mistakes. Thank you for the comment, Mr. Loki. I would consider myself a very mid-level Ani player, but I get a lot of help from the chat. Like Jim helps out a lot. William, Evan, all these guys come by. Stringer also makes YouTube videos. So I'm mostly a base game player, and I only recently started, like recently as in this year, started playing Spaced Out a lot. Because I started making YouTube videos, so it's one of those things where I'm learning a lot of the techniques as I go, and as I do research for them, I make YouTube videos on them. But also, I think if you're not making mistakes, are you really having fun? I said that just 10 minutes ago. I don't think I've ever watched someone play the game without making absolutely, exactly, Jim. I mean, I think that's part of the fun is when you're watching someone live also is just seeing how they handle, even no matter what game they're playing, right? Just seeing the mistakes that come up as you're playing the game and hanging out with chat, you're inevitably going to make some mistakes. Plus, I get distracted a lot, which is also, I would say, maybe a downfall to an extent as far as the stream goes, because I end up forgetting very easy. Okay, do I want to take the knit eggs? I was going to work on the Lura plants this stream, but I've been so distracted with other things that just haven't got around to it. Okay, nice. I have the lumlums here now. They're kind of mad, so let's put a critter thing in here. I don't even really need the ladders, but we'll deal with that for now. Mr. Loki says, I wanted to make vids, but I didn't because I thought I didn't know enough and make mistakes myself. LOL. You know what? It's kind of how I started, Mr. Loki. A lot of my earlier videos did not have a lot of research, and it just went off. Knowledge that I had just playing the game over time. So it didn't always give the best advice. And then once I started once I gained some traction and I started to gain followers, I was like, okay, I better put a lot more effort into this. So, plastic stream, exactly. Okay, so I missed a couple messages. So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it, Mr. Loki. If you just do what you love, and I think as long as you're doing something that you enjoy, and that people can see that, and you can kind of convey that to the audience, it's going to go really well. I have introduced you to our Lord and Savior Dwarf Fortress, the game whose motto is losing is fun. You have introduced me to that many times. Let me write that down so I can check it. I know I have it written somewhere, but it must be on sale, right? Right now, for sure. Because Steam is having their let me just write this down on Steam. Steam is having their winter sale, so it must be on sale. I'll have to check that out. I bought Hades the other day, and wasn't quite feeling it. I might try Hades 2 and see how I like it. But I've been playing Ori and the Blind Forest lately, and this game. So yeah, you have a rock crusher in your base, Loki asked. I used to have a rock crusher, but I no longer because I'm moving everything. Oh, I do actually. I'm moving everything around. So I thought I didn't have it anymore. I'm only making a lime with it though. I should put on Pokeshell molds as well. Stringer says plastic stream, an hour and a half and no progress towards plastic. Well, that's not entirely true, Stringer, because I have a polymer press with nectar. Oh, come on. You gotta you gotta at least. I have 31 kilograms of plastic. What are you talking about? Where's my nectar? Is my nectar coming in here? Yeah, this should be here. Let's just there we have some nectar. Lily Luna says happy birthday, Ethan. Thank you, Lily Luna. How did you know? How did you know it was my birthday? Yes, it is. It is my birthday, Jim. It is indeed my birthday. Ever since I discovered Glossy Draco, I never used Polymer Plus. Yeah, Glossy Dracos are amazing, Mr. Loki. The problem with Glossy Dracos on this playthrough is that everything is... Well, first of all, I have to get Draco. Can I get... Okay, let's start from here. Can I get Dracos from here? I'm pretty sure I can. Where is it? I might have already scrolled past it. I know there's... Where is... Draco Egg is here. Maybe I can't get the variant. Yeah, I have to... Okay, so the problem with that is I'm pretty sure I have to get the regular Dracos first. So regular Dracos eat pincher pepper plants, which actually survive in hot areas. Bomb lilies, which don't really care. They can also survive in hot. And mealwood, which I don't like. I don't think I have any of it. I might have pincher pepper plant. I do. Okay, I have pincher pepper plant seeds, so I could get Draco started, which is great, right? So we can have a Draco ranch just fine with pincher pepper plants, but I need polluted water, unless I'm not domesticating them. So I'd have to have Pips plant them, which I can also do. Now, Glossy Dracos, on the other hand, they don't eat pincher pepper plants. They eat mealwood and bristle blossoms. I don't like using mealwood because then I have to set up pips to produce dirt, and I mean that's pretty easy because I have bonbon trees, but it's just another thing that I have to produce in order to feed them. I'd much rather feed them bristle blossoms. The problem with that is that they don't survive in very hot temperatures. It's 30 degrees max, and my water is 30 degree max. It's 33 degrees actually, so it's very, very hard to get set up. I mean, it's a very arduous process to get them set up here because I'd have to have a lot of cooling, and especially cooling of water is extraordinarily difficult compared to just cooling like oxygen like I'm doing here. Glossy Dracos got nerfed pretty hard, says Jim. Yeah, if they do, I think I still have yet to use Glossy Dracos. Okay, I gotta hold on. I gotta focus on this. I gotta get this ready at some point. Is this sand? This is not gonna, okay, it's not gonna break. It shouldn't break. Glossy Dracos, I would normally not starvation wrench them anyway, so I don't think I would be affected by them because I don't mind setting them up early in the game and sort of just letting the plastic pile up over time. So I'm not sure how it's going to affect me. But as far as, yeah, I know it got nerfed in the sense that if you were trying to just produce them and shear them right away, then it's probably not great anymore. When I wrench them from early game, it's pretty easy to be loaded by the time you need a lot. Yes, exactly, Mr. Loki. Yeah, that's usually what I do as well. Can you use the critter Fluxomatic? I don't know if I have it here, but I think, yeah, I have it here. But I think it's the same problem that Jim is maybe talking about, where they got nerfed and now it's not going to be, it wouldn't be as efficient to use them because of, yeah, exactly. That's what Mr. Loki's saying, yeah. The whole point of wrenching for items is to accumulate them over time. They can't be starvation wrench for plastic anymore, and they produce way less overall when you have like 9 of them as shearable as versus having 40 in a starvable wrench. Yeah, so it's a pretty dramatic decrease if you if that's the case. But I like I said, I just haven't had time to play around with them because of the fact that, let's empty that. Because of the fact that I've been playing on this asteroid. William says, I don't use Glossy Draco, only Polymer Press. The most expensive resource is duplicate time. That's a fair point. That is a fair point indeed. I do like to have Glossy Dracos. I do prefer them just because I like to get what's it called? Reed fiber. I should be doing this. I like using them because I like to have the reed fiber from the regular Dracos. The Glossy Dracos obviously produce plastic, and then I also get meat and critter eggs, which are good for lime. So it's kind of like a little bit of everything. But you're right, it is a lot of duplicate time to have that set up. But yeah, I am producing a little bit of plastic. I literally just need 1 steam turbine just to get myself started. So once I get that, let's see, still missing plastic, I believe. 69 kilograms. Let's see if I have enough. I don't think I have enough nectar to produce enough plastic. 30 kilograms at a time. I need 200, right? I mean, worst case, I can delete this. I don't need this anymore. This will give me back a little bit of plastic. But yeah, I need to get an oil well set up for more plastic production. It's very easy to get that. I like to play very slow. Even in an early game, my dupes are idle, so dupe time is not considered to me. Same with me, Mr. Loki. I'm more of a slow player. Like you can see my duplicates are just idling nonstop, which is, I kind of want to get them, I want to keep them busy because, you know, I do try to keep the stream like going. It's just I run out of things for them to do a lot of. I'm just gonna get them to dig. Just get them to dig, and at least that's the way they're harvesting resources for me. But this is another thing that I wanted to get going. But yeah, it's the plastic. It was supposed to be sort of a plastic stream, and now it's turned into a surviving stream. Just a straight up surviving stream. This is almost done though, so I'm pretty happy about that. I can finish this and then put a conveyor. What's it called? Oh, I don't have that research. I need a conveyor. Conveyor rail thermal sensor. I need this, but I need data banks and I need radiation. So and I need this. I need radiation for that as well. All right, so we'll work on that in time. I need to set up data bank research, and I need to keep expanding this. So let's do this. Delete all this. So I can keep building my rooms. Delete all this. I used to get enough plastic that it was effectively infinite and never ran. Now I have to use a polymer press. I already got that. I play very slow. Yeah, again, I do play slow as well. I like to play slow usually. But I just want to keep things going for the stream, so I try to do as much as I can. Hey, Chewy, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. How was your Friday, Chewy? How's your I guess it's very late for you, or very late or very early, depending on how you want to look at it. How are you doing tonight or this morning? I'm just about probably 15 to half an hour away from calling it a stream. We'll still go for a little bit longer, but I am getting a little bit sleepy, so I'll have to wrap it up here soon. Try to get as much done as we can in the meantime. Now, it is true that we didn't make too much progress towards plastic, which is not ideal, but it's been mostly a surviving stream given how low my hydrogen levels have been. Like, this has just been... It's been pretty brutal. I think I have to make a larger spawn because now my hydrogen cache here is starting to go down. So that might be... My OCD is giving me tingles from your... Yeah, exactly, Mr. Loki. Now, I will say this in my defense. I usually have a lot more organized playthrough. But I've spent a lot of my first 200 cycles preparing for the meteor impact, and that didn't give me a lot of time to set things up as neatly as I wanted to. So in the early episodes of the playthrough, I prioritized setting up basic infrastructure, but as quickly as I could, and in a way that didn't deter me from saving the base first and foremost, and then eventually reloading to let this thing hit. So that's kind of why things are so chaotic, which I'm not too happy about. Hopefully they don't get stuck there. That should be okay. Did they get stuck here? Yeah, they got stuck here, didn't they? They can't go through that. Anyways, just destroy this. Should be okay. Okay, they're not even... Jump! Just jump! Why can't you just jump? Anyways, they... Yeah, so I do like to have a much neater base, but that's my defense and my cope for why things turned out the way that they did. So, what is this asteroid? This is the Prehistoric DLC, and you get to pick when you first start your game how soon the asteroid... Like, there's an asteroid that comes and hits your base. So if you kind of go back a couple episodes, there's a big asteroid in the corner of the screen here. It's called the Demolier, and it's destined to hit your base in a certain number of cycles that you predetermine before you start your playthrough. And this is all included with the Prehistoric DLC. And you have to shoot it down before it hits your base, which I did, but then I reloaded and let it hit. Now it's taking up all the space here. All this volcano, this was never here. So in order to prepare for this, I had to have a thriving colony first of all, and then I had to build an insulated area that protects my base from this, because this is very, very hot, as you can see. So it's a little bit... Oh, this is flooded. It's probably from all the steam. It's sort of put a wrench into how I like to play the game, because I like to play the game slow and methodically and have a much more neat layout and setup. And I also had to learn a lot of things on this as well. Like I had to learn how to use the sweat corns, which I wasn't familiar with, the lumblums. Let me just put this guy down here. So there was a lot that I was always dealing with that is out of the norm for how I like to play the game. Now, I did have a lot of fun though, so I'm not saying that in a way like let's get these guys. So this is Quinn. So I did have a lot of fun playing. It wasn't like I was forcing myself to try to get through it, but it wasn't ideal in terms of how I would normally play. Chewy says, it's late. I'm talking to Tara and playing Graveyard Keeper. Awesome, Chewy. When I stop the stream, are you streaming? I'll come by to your stream as soon as I'm done. Let me just open Twitch here. We'll send you. I'll send you a raid if you're streaming. For some reason I have such a hard time navigating. Probably because I'm a little bit sleepy, but. No, just offline. Oh, okay, gotcha, Chewy. Sorry, let me just catch up with the chat here. William says you need a nuclear power plant, period. Yeah, we'll get one set up. I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun to set it up. But for now, since we are on hydrogen now, and this is a critical part of my base, I have to keep it going until I get that. I just have the rule to always dig either 4 or 5 high width ladders everywhere. Oh, you mean like the strip mining as well? Yeah. I like to have a lot more spacious base as well. I was really happy with my Super Duper Dreamland playthrough, actually. I still haven't gotten a bionic duplicate this whole stream. It's just taken forever to get bionic duplicates. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to call it a stream here pretty soon. I am getting super sleepy. And it's almost time for me to go to bed. The fun is the most important. Yeah. Before I go, Mr. Loki, because I don't know if you've seen my Super Duper Dreamland, I want to show it off. I was very happy with how it turned out, and it did get a little bit messy at the end because I started focusing a lot on space, and I kind of abandoned most of the other parts of the colony. So there was some times where I could have kept the main base and the main part of the colony going a lot more to keep things looking neat and intact, but I eventually just gave up and focused on space just so I can get the playthrough done. So there we go. We got all of our duplicates a bedroom now. We just have to build them plastic beds at some point. I only have tutorials from you. Oh, that's awesome. That's very happy to hear that, Mr. Loki. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a stream. I know it's been kind of a short stream. It's only an hour and 50 minutes in, but I'm just feeling super sleepy from today. Tomorrow I'll be back. I'll be a lot more refreshed, and we'll play a little bit longer, and we'll do more in terms of we'll try to set up nuclear power, but I also need to get plastic. This was supposed to be a plastic stream, and I got distracted by a bunch of other things. So mainly our hydrogen. I don't know how we ended up with like was fun while it lasted. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. I always have fun hanging out with you guys, but yeah, I will show the Super Duper Dreamland because the reason I'm mostly proud of it is because I did it on stream, which was usually pretty hard for me to to get things going the way, like to focus on the gameplay when. And where is the Super Duper Dream? There it is. Yeah, so we did let it crash and burn at the end. This is the one where you can kind of see if you zoom in or whatever. Then we let the petroleum and all these things just go all over the place. But if we go back to the start stream, November 19th, this was probably my most fun playthrough I've ever done, on Oxygen not included. It did go on a little bit longer because I did play kind of slow on stream because I get distracted easily. But it was still fun. Yeah, but that's gonna be the stream for tonight, everyone. So if you're just here to watch me play the Nightmare Land, that's going to be it. Otherwise, I'll just spend a couple more minutes hanging out with everyone. I'll load up the Super Duper Dreamland, like I said, and we'll kind of want to go over it. I always like coming back to here, and I've used it for some tutorial references as well in the videos that I made in the meantime. So yeah, this is kind of like how I like to have my bases set up. Normally they're a lot wider, but I ended up having issues here expanding it. So normally I like to make my base wide enough so I have 3 columns, one here, one here, and one here. What ended up happening is the way I expanded to the left to get to this water geyser. But since this was in the way, I had to make my base, again, OCD and kind of being very particular. I had to make it come straight down. So I just ended up building the Hydra and all my water storage tanks on this side instead of expanding the colony into like a weird shape going around the water geyser. I didn't want to do that. So I ended up stopping it here. And then I didn't expand it this way very much because I forgot why. I think it was very hot here. It's obviously it's hot no longer, but I think it was very hot, and it took me a long time to get into that heating area and then start cooling it down. But yeah, normally I would have 3 columns where my duplicates can come down, and they only had 1 in this one, but it ended up being okay because the base was not very long horizontally, so there wasn't a lot of travel time for the duplicants anyways to get from somewhere like here to say here. Normally, if the base is a lot more longer or a lot larger horizontally, then it makes sense to have multiple shafts of ladders and fire poles because they may not want to go all the way back in the middle or wherever you have your fire pole ladder set up just to go up and down. Thing of beauty, thank you, Mr. Loki. So, well, once you do get past cycle 500, it'll be a piece of cake. Like that's sort of the mid game area, right? Where cycle 500, you start to get into very heavy steel production, very heavy oil and petroleum production, and things like that. But yeah, another thing that was really fun about this is I had so much water that I literally didn't know what to do with. So here's my water storage. It's in an infinite tank, but I have over 200,000 kilograms of water on some of these tiles. So that's just an insane amount of water. And I didn't even tame the saltwater geysers that I had. I have 2 saltwater geysers. I didn't even bother taming those. I have a steam vent here, cool steam vent here. It actually speeds up the pathing algorithm to only have one way up and down. That's true. I've heard that before, Jim. Heard that before. I never managed to. Yeah, I usually try to have one main shaft and then just, like I said, just a couple side shafts just in case they're closer to one side. They don't have to go all the way back in the middle. It just depends on how big the base is. But yeah, I've read that before that as well, what you just said, where it's kind of helps the pathing. Like if you click on the duplicate, then show navigation, I think it just makes it a lot easier for them. They don't have so many options to get where they want to go. Another thing that is really good for lag, Mr. Loki, is I think cleaning up all your debris into, like I have all my debris into this automatic storage. If I hover over it, you can see all the stuff that I have collected, and over here as well. So, although I always have 2 vertical ladders. Yeah, I think if you just make it look like the way you want, and if you have a little bit of lag, so be it. I mean, I think lag is more of an issue when you have a very large amount of duplicates. So you can see I've completed this one with only 19. I don't like to have way more duplicates than that, just because I don't really play fast enough to keep them all busy. I suppose you could argue that you can send them to various other planets and keep them busy there, but that's just more things for me to think about, and I decided not to do that. And of course, we have Wacko's rocket and XA Bakay's rocket, and these are the rocket interiors. They're very meta. Just kidding. These were very, very funny, very fun to build. Never launched a rocket. I have a great rocket video, I think, that helps you get into the very early game or very early rocket situations that you'll encounter. So if you've never launched a rocket, if you haven't seen the video yet, go check it out. I think it's I tried to. Oh, you've seen it. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching. It's good. Thank you. I was going to continue the next part of it, but the next part of it is very difficult to, because the next part of it is getting into the deeper what's it called? The deeper meta into rockets, and there's so much to cover, and I wanted to try to make it into a condensed video. Like most of my videos are like 10 to 20 minutes, maybe pushing 25 at the most, and this one was going to be super long. Like the script is just insanely long. And that's kind of why it's not done yet, because I don't know, I haven't been able to condense it down as much as I would have liked. So I'll work on it eventually, but in the interim, I'm working on things like petroleum boiler, which I accidentally leaked the script for in this episode. So if you guys go back and screenshot it, you'll see. I'll have to change it around now because I don't want you guys to know. Just kidding. I don't really care if you know or not. It's gonna stay mostly the same. Okay, Jim says he has to head out. Have a good night. I have to head out too, Jim. I'm just falling asleep here. So thanks for everyone for showing up. That's the end of the stream. Thank you for everyone for coming by, and I will say goodnight to the chat like I normally do. Really appreciate all your support and for hanging out with me. And I will, yes, I will have that video out probably tomorrow, Jim. Maybe not, if maybe tomorrow or Sunday, but it'll be this weekend for sure. Just have to record it and put it together. Yeah, so thank you guys for being here. Jim, thank you for showing up. Mr. Loki says bye-bye, have a good night. Really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, William, for showing up to the stream. Chewy, thank you for coming by, saying hello. Who else here? Stringer. Yes, check out Stringer's YouTube channel also, guys. He makes Oxygen not included content. So if you would like someone else to follow and keep on top of Oxygen not included gameplay, check out Stringer. He's makes some pretty cool gameplay videos. Let's keep scrolling back here. What else do we have? Mr. Asian, by the way, thank you for showing up on Twitch. Elusive Ocelot, thank you for being here. Dakel, thank you for showing up to the stream. I might be missing some people here. I just super duper sleepy here. Ian 1993, Louise, Aaron, thank you guys for showing up. Really appreciate it. Sean, thank you for being here as well. Appreciate you always coming out, Sean, and hanging out with me. And Crazy Sammy. So thank you, everyone. And then, yeah, Sean says, thanks for streaming. Thank you for being here, Sean. I really appreciate all your support all year. The Cali Man MX, thank you for showing up tonight. The Cali Man, GG's. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm sorry that I couldn't go longer tonight, but it's been a long day. Very, very tired. I had a lot of food today, so I'm like in a comatose state. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow, same time, and have a great rest of your night or rest of your day, wherever you're from.